Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the NA monthly final, grand finals. We have Elevate and Tribe in the final again. Has this happened every single monthly final? I'm pretty certain it has. So as the unk that I am, I fell asleep before even the semi-finals, so I haven't even rewatched the semi-finals yet, and I've heard they were absolute bangers on the side of Tribe Gaming. But yeah, we've got the same monthly final. I did anticipate maybe something a little bit differently this month. I didn't Elevate and Tribe haven't dropped off by any means, but Tribe definitely have an underwhelming Brawl Cup and then didn't win monthly final last time around. So there are some question marks around Tribe. I haven't looked at the result whatsoever yet, so this is just me taking a look at it for the very first time and seeing how things go. So of course, I'll always back the Tribe guys. They are the best team in NA, mechanically and draft wise as well. It's just, I don't know, I think there was some complications behind the scenes. Didn't want to give them too many excuses, and that's why I kind of like Tribe in that sense. They're just very humble. They just get on with it. They get on with what is happening. So anyways, we have this draft going on our hands here. So we see a Mr. P here. So people are questioning why Mr. P. Mr. P, if you didn't know, I've mentioned it a few times already. He got like a secret buff. His hypercharge rate was 4 supers, and with the balances that happened last update, or maybe even the one before, I can't remember, but I think it was like the last one, his hypercharge rate went to like 2.5 supers, 2.8 supers. So that's why he's seen a lot of Mr. P. It took the pros a little while to, you know, see whether he was actually still a decent pick, but he is. He's good in like bounty. He's good in gem grab here, as long as he can build up his super, which you can't normally do in knockout. Then he's good to go. So I've seen Elevate go a first pick Tara before, and they normally ban Tara picks, but looks like they're swapping up the draft a little bit here. And Janet, double swoosh, she's always good on gem grab. Starting to fall down the meta a little bit. We're not really seeing too much Finks as well. We're starting to see him a little bit more. I feel like pros just forgot about Finks, especially in EU last week. Completely forgot if he exists, and he's still like an 8 brawler in the meta, just because there's other broken hypercharges that probably you want to fix 8 on. In terms of a late pick here, I mean, sure, okay, we go with the Amber. So Amber's always a great counter into the Tara. It's always difficult. I mean, I'll always like Tara because she's got that one pop-off moment, but if you play it perfectly, which pros can, it can really limit Tara's chances, especially with an Amber counters, and that's why I can't remember who Elevate faced off against. I think it was Pioneers. They went like a Tara first pick. They banned out Janet and maybe Amber or something. I don't know. Then you kind of bait the opposition to go to Tara counters, and then you counter them. You get what I mean? Like, they were trying to bait Pioneers to go Sandy, so then probably they could counter Sandy with tanks or whatever else. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of mind games that are going to draft out. As a viewer, or even other pros probably don't even realize there's so much strategy and so much that goes on behind the scenes that there could be a whole world of possibilities is what I'm going on about. But Tara's always a good pick on this map, so interesting that they go with the shield gear here, Patchy. I'm guessing like what pros do normally is to switch over to shield gear when it's normally a matchup that they don't normally like, and that's some really good flanking there from Patchy. FX is able to get into the grass, but the problem is here for FX. I know Mr. P isn't the best of brawlers in terms of, like, you know, Kenji can deal with him in 1 versus 1, but the porters are really going to help and always going to scout out FX. You can see here, like, even just that little brief couple of seconds there just is going to give Tribe enough time. And then FX, you know, he's going to get his hypercharge from Mr. P, but Mr. P will also get his pretty easily from the oh, okay, Luffy actually teleports back into that Patchy hypercharge, which is interesting. A good kill from RBM there. Looks like Elevate have got such a big lead here. They've just got all the pressure in the world. Finks isn't really having much of an impact on the game right now. Just, I don't know, they're just overwhelming him. It's really good gameplay from Elevate so far from what I'm watching, and this should be an easy enough win for them, even though actually FX is pretty low. He's got 1 gem. He's going to try and die here. And unfortunately for Elevate, Patchy had to pick up that gem. They would have liked Diego Gamer. That was a really early Janet super as well. Might come back to bite them, but doesn't matter. FX goes really, really aggro there. He's able to get a lot of value. Only 5 seconds left. Doesn't look very likely. Pull from Patchy. And yeah, Elevate are going to win that first round. I think Tribe's composition can work. I just think Elevate played that absolutely perfectly. The pressure that they got, they made sure that they tried to win the game before Mr. P got hypercharged. Mr. P hypercharge isn't broken, but it definitely is annoying, especially for brawlers like Tara and Kenji that want to stay undetected. They want to be sneaking around, and Mr. P's hypercharge is going to be scouting them out 24/7. So let's see what strategy they adopt this time around. So it's all about matchups here. So FX straight away, he wants to go on the Finks rather than the Amber, I'm pretty certain here. So he's going to try and be sneaky on the Finks. Actually, goes straight for the Mr. P. Somehow he manages to get down to that left side without even taking any damage. RBM does get a kill onto him and does get the kill onto Patchy as well. Really good pinch in there from Tribe. Does get taken down eventually, but here's some good early pressure this time around from Tribe, which we like to see. Also, there is like a big debate about double points right now, and low-key, I like double points for the fact that a lot of teams really turn up and they really start trying hard, especially towards the latter end of the season. That's what I really like about it. So in terms of just pure, the highest, the best players will be getting towards the World Finals at the end. That's what I like about double points. I just want to throw that out there because I just feel like the level of gameplay and draft and overall everything that I'm seeing in BSC this month alone has been really high, although the meta kind of stinks at the moment. So through that waffling, Elevator now just 1 gem away, which is not good for us Tribe fans. FX can easily like wiggle in and out and get that final gem if needed, but Patchy looks like he's going to go low here. He has got his hypercharge on respawn. Zeus going to pop his hypercharge pretty early. Does actually just manage to get his hypercharge super in time there, so well played from him. Diego has to use his super there, so that's not really the best. Patch uses hypercharge super, does get the kill, but they need to follow up on that because now he's just used that for 1 kill. There is just 1 gem. That's all they need. Diego Gamer is going to go for it. Patchy goes for it instead, and that's going to be a blunder, and that's going to be Janet going down as well. They just evaporated right there. I feel like both of them were like, that is obviously a big communication error there. Both of them wanted to get that gem. Only one of them needed to get it, and Diego Gamer probably was the better one to go for it. RBM's eventually going to get his hypercharge, and here comes the hypercharge from Kenji. I always laugh when Finks throws super and Kenji throws a super. It must be so painful as a Kenji, just like you just sat in the air for so long and there's nothing you can do. You instantly regret your decision. I mean, at that point you just had to do it, but most of the time people get baited out on that, on that or whatever else. Okay, so that's really well played from Tribe. To be honest, I didn't really see like some insane strategy change from them. I just think they pinched really well. We just made sure that no one was creeping up behind them, and they were on the aggressive more so than not. So that's what separates the really good players that I always say. I swear I need to make like a movement guide or something, or just map positioning guide in terms of like how to help you in ranked and whatever else, because people still don't know to this day that positioning is literally the key to winning so many games, and especially in gem grab. Like if you just get some aggro position, and it doesn't matter if you eventually you can see RBM here, like he's really weak, he's not falling back, he is trying to get as much value as possible out of his life and keep position on the map. So he does get a trade there, which was perfect, but you know what I mean, like he just wasn't falling back and retreating, he was keeping the pressure even when he was weak. He'll heal whenever he can. So RBM here is going to throw out his super and try and eradicate as much grass as possible. That's going to be good, especially against this type of composition. Against Tara and Kenji, you want all the grass broken, you want everything broken so they can't sneak up. So they're doing a really good job here of containing FX. He does get a really good gadget here though, FX, but upon respawning does get taken down. RBM does get some good value out of his life again. Luffy's just locking down his right lane, and I don't think anyone can really contest the Finks down this lane, it looks like, because FX is constantly going down the other side, especially if Luffy is constantly conserving his free ammo, and then he can pop his gadget straight away, and then he has another free ammo. So always tough for any type of assassins to try and take down Finks. As you can see here, hypercharge coming down. Diego Game is going to use his super very early, and I feel like that's actually going to be really detrimental, because now he can't go as aggressive as he wants because he hasn't got that instant escape plan, which you always have with Janet. FX again really struggling to make things work. I mean, he's playing decently, but the pinching from Tribe is just absolutely relentless. Patchy as well struggling to get his super. The Mr. P porters are just going to pinch him out way too much. Suits goes really low here. Just a 1 gem needed here. This is such a messy game, but also just such a high skilled game. You can just see both teams are just so mechanically insane at this game that they're giving it the absolute all. So they know here that they can't risk that 1 gem Tribe, so they're going to try and get this one here, but Elevate need it as well. The hypercharge is going to come down. FX has to get it to stop the countdown. Diego Gamer just barely gets his hypercharge. Is he able to get a kill? I think he kind of messed up the hypercharge super there. When you're just completely on top of someone when you first pop it, it is a little bit awkward. You kind of want to waste the first bomb or so and like go towards them, if you get what I mean. You don't just sit still when you first pop that hypercharge. It is always awkward. So still one more gem is all they need. Elevate, but the next gem's going to spawn on Tribe's side. They don't actually go for it, which I won't say is risky, but the Tara pool's going to come down. I don't know how that didn't get Zeus a pop type charge, and I don't even know what's happening right now. Elevate have 14 gems, but they're both weak. Luffy is smelling blood right here. They need to get the reset. Diego Gamer is without super, and he's not actually healing here. The porter's going to keep him chipped down as well. The Amber Fire connects, and Diego Gamer is going to go down in the end. I just had a feeling. That him not healing up, even a few ticks would really bite him there, but still, they need another reset. 15 gems for Elevate here. Diego Gamer is going to go up. Luffy's going to try and get the pinch in. Does bait out Evex a little bit here. RBM's going to get the kill onto Apache. What is even going on right now? 14, 16 gems. Elevate look like they have this. Evex is really, really weak. Is he going to go down? 2 seconds left. They're all body blocking like crazy. The gems go down, and Tribe managed to win it like that. That is... I don't think I've ever seen a gem grab game like that. Honestly, all the time I've played Brawl Stars, like, what? They managed to win that? They actually managed to win that. So it was literally the countdown towards the end of the game, and they just killed him in time, and the Elevate couldn't even pick up the gems. That must be such a horrible way to lose. Really well played from Tribe. Honestly, that was one of the best gem grab sets I've ever seen. All right, guys, jumping into set number 2. That first set could have gone either way, and now we have Heist Pit Stopper. Shade first pick already coming in from Tribe. Shade is one of the best brawlers inside of the game, especially on a map like Pit Stop. You just can't give them that pick. Draco is banned finally. I've seen a lot of Draco. I can't remember if it was yesterday South America, but definitely in Europe on this map, because Draco's really good on Heist, but specifically a base race map, because you can use the other star power mark, the high safe, his hypercharge is broken, etc. So Cordelius is banned as well. I mean, it's not a weird ban, but it is a pretty good one. Lou as well. So only Charlie as a defensive brawler is available. We go with the Hank. Hank is just so prevalent right now in the meta, and even on a map like Pit Stop, Heist is just so good as a defender, just being annoying. He's completely broken in his meta. So again, like, Charlie is one of the only defensive brawlers out there left. I mean, you've got RT if needed. Bull as well. Surprised that Bull wasn't picked. I mean, he is picked up pretty early. I think leaving Shade early as well. It seems like the draft here is pretty messy. So Tribe have to go over defender here, or they could just go all out attack. I've seen... I don't know if it was Tribe, whether they just went 3 aggressive brawlers the entire time, just kept overwhelming the opponents. We could go with that strategy as well. I'm trying to think what else is available. I mean, you have like weird picks like Nita. You could go like a thrower if needed. You could go, well, it's normally 2 aggressive brawlers and then a defensive one. So Lumi is going to be their option. So Lumi against Hank and Bull. I mean, it's still okay, but I'm a little bit scared of that one. So if you still need something aggressive, is Kaze banned? Yeah, Kaze is banned. I'm trying to look at my brawler list. There is Miko, who believe they played in the quarters, if I can remember correctly, or someone played in the quarters when I was watching. Who else have we really got? We've got Edgar. We haven't really got a lot of like brawlers that can deal some insane damage. We've got Nita again, like I said, Primo, Daryl. Okay, we go with the Daryl. Nice. Okay, so Daryl, I like it, but I'm liking Elevate's comp a lot better here. I am, even though Shade can do some disgusting damage. I'm just liking Elevate's comp. I'm liking it. Bull, Hank just feels better to me than Lumi, Shade, and Daryl. And then they've got a good late pick here. Be interesting to see what they go against it. To be honest, I just don't really have a clue what they can go against it. I don't think Charlie is the best against all of this, but we're going to go with a Melody. Okay, so Melody is an interesting one. I think Melody's only good in the Heist meta right now, and I don't even like Melody in Heist. So honestly, Melody's definitely at her weakest point ever. I don't think it's actually stated enough. I low-key think she could be like bottom B, high C tier, because the hypercharge takes forever to get. She's pretty squishy, and yeah, in Heist you just don't see her as much anymore, because normally Melody you just want to get, it's always been difficult to get on the safe in pro play, but then, you know, you'll be rewarded because you can get onto the safe, you can deal 40%, 50%, etc. But now you're literally fixed at only 25%, and then by the time you get knocked back, you're more than likely going to die. So you know, the risk doesn't the risk of picking Melody, you're not rewarded. That's what I'm trying to say. So the thing is here, you know, Melody normally wants to just get surrounded safe, but you can't let Lumi in a safe. Lumi can deal a lot of damage in a base race. So RBM's going to go in here. He's going to get taken down though. Good pinch from Elevate. Apache might be able to get the kill, but Luffy gets it instead. You can see already. This is why I really, really don't like Shade in the meta world. I just don't like I don't like hyperchargers in general, especially that charge so quickly. Like, hyperchargers shouldn't be charging quicker than 3 supers. They shouldn't, unless it's Crow or someone that takes a disgusting amount of time. So I don't know why with these new hyperchargers. I feel like they just want them to become meta so people can buy them or whatever. I just don't understand the balance in here. Like, obviously, things can't always be balanced, but I think hyperchargers need to. You definitely need to be more cautious rather than the way that they've been doing it this whole time. Enough of it. Sorry, I just get angry at hyperchargers. I just hate that pretty much all of them just equal a free kill every single time. So Luffy's going to go straight for safe here and get 12k damage onto safe beautifully. Patchy's going to be pretty weak. I think Luffy can get a few extra swipes on there, but Hank's going to be able to kill Luffy. He's going to be able to get the last shield down. He just doesn't in time, but whilst we've been looking at here, I don't know why they didn't split screen it. Elevate also got the tribe safe down as well. Patchy's going to go straight onto his safe, does get the kill onto I don't even know who it was, but Patchy should be able to finish things off there. Really good ball gameplay. I wish we would have got a split screen there, because obviously Elevate were doing a better job than Tribe, and they managed to take that one. So this is such an even game. Like, still, after all this time, people underestimate Elevate. I still feel like I underestimate Elevate a little bit. I'm like, surely they can't just keep up this form that they're putting out. But at this point, it's not even form. It really isn't. They're the second best team in NA quite clearly right now. It's like these two are just way better than all of the other NA teams at the moment. A complete different I don't even know what the word is. I'm just waffling at this point. All right, so finally the split screen comes in there. Both teams just getting a little bit of chip damage here. So Hank's going to be again like the cleanup guy, and then the other two brothers just want to go in every single time. Good kill here from Elevate here, and Luffy just gets some damage. I mean, for Luffy, I think what he needs to do is just avoid the Hank at all costs. Hank is a great counter to Shades, so that's why you just want to stay away. He's getting some good chip damage in here, Luffy here, but I don't think Shades is exactly like the best base race brawler in the world. Just get another bit of damage down here. I mean, Lumi on defense it's not going to be enough, but already another bit taken down from Tribe here. Hypercharge popped really preemptively, and good cleanup from a Diego Gamer right there. Eventually Zeus gets the job done, but Elevate's still in a good position here with Diego Gamer pushing up. Patchy gets pinched out, but Super's coming in from Tribe here, looking good for them. RBM's going to push all the way in here. Hank can't deal with two people here. Patchy really quick and decisive cleanup here, but Zeus has got the good pinch in here. He's taking Elevate as much as possible, and Luffy's just keeping position. He's not rushing things. He's waiting for RBM to come back up, which is just brilliant. Great super from Zeus. Patchy's going to get pinched pretty low as well. RBM can start to go in, and Zeus was the mastermind behind that push. That's really well played from him. He drew the players from Elevate out. They know, especially with how Heist is right now, you just can't really leave anyone on the safe as whatsoever. Like, in that position, they had to try and kill Zeus, and he just kept his life for so long, waited for RBM to come back up. Beautiful. Well played from Tribe. Okay, so now this is very important for Elevate to win. Of course, you don't want to go 2 sets down. It is nearly, well, not impossible, but against a team like Tribe, they're not going to get reverse swept, are they? Or are they? Okay, RBM going to get some good damage here on Diego Gamer. Unfortunately for him, stays alive on 120 HP, which is really annoying for him. If you can just use the super and get straight onto the safe, and that's why Shade is such a good pick on this map. And already one bubble is down. Gadget coming down as well, getting that kill. I mean, Daryl, I don't know how this is even working for Tribe. Daryl is good in Heist, but I feel like we just had to go Daryl because there was no other options. But he's not really been doing too much. I think he's actually just been preferring just to roll up and get pressure. He's been trying to deal with Hank as much as possible. Just see here, just getting shut down every single time. Evex going to get taken down by Zeus. I don't know how that managed to happen. Hypercharge going to come in as well. Maybe a bit of a wasted one, but it does manage to get some good damage onto the safe. And Tribe have a healthy lead here. So, all honestly, they can probably just keep going in time again here. Patchy's going to get a lot of damage onto the safe this time. RBM going to pop his Hypercharge. He's going to wait for as long as possible. And he's also going to knock back Hank to stop his bubble. He's playing the Daryl very well. All said it, even though I've not really said many good things about Daryl in general. He's okay. He can definitely reset Hank's bubble and be pretty annoying. So Diego is going to finally get the kill here, but look at the lead from Tribe. It's just too much. They could just keep going in time again, and Elevate just don't have a defender. That is just what this composition comes down to. They just needed one brawler. I mean, Hank can kind of clean up sometimes, but they just needed that one brawler, and Melody just doesn't really seem like the strategy at the moment. Luffy's going to manage to get in behind here, and I think that's nearly going to be game. RBM's going to go in. There's no way Diego Gamer can stop him, and that's going to be it for Tribe. So I think that was actually a bit of a draft mistake there. Like, it wasn't the worst composition in the world from Elevate, but as time went on, if you lose the lead, like, all three members have to awkwardly sit back, and there's just, normally you can just rely on someone defending, like Lumi, like a Charlie, etc. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate for them, but that is, I think, 2 sets in a row Elevate could really have won. So close game so far. Let's jump into the next one. So now jumping into the third set, we've got Bounty Layer Cake. Honestly, I don't even know how this is a 2-0. I mean, I'm loving it as a Tribe fan, but it has been such a close game. Definitely flattering for Tribe here, but they could get a sweep. Imagine if they somehow sweep. It would be the craziest sweep in a sense of it shouldn't really, like, the score doesn't represent what actually happened. So we see a Doug ban here, which is pretty interesting. There's obviously some strategies going on with Elevate on this map. I think Doug is good on defensive maps. We've seen it on Dry Season with Team Heretics when they used Doug and Carl, and it seemed to work really well. Layer Cake can be a really defensive map. Bounty is a defensive game mode when you think about it. You get the blue star, you go back and spawn, you let the opponents push into you, they can make the mistakes, you further your lead. Same goes with the Duck. So we see the Mr. P in here. I really like Mr. P on Layer Cake. It was good on Double Swoosh, but I really like it on Layer Cake. Played it a fair bit in ranked myself. It's just good. Like, you can easily as well, like, there's brawlers like Shade. Well, Shade's not available, you get what I mean. Those type of brawlers are really good in this map, and Miss P can actually be good into them because he can shoot over the walls. And we see a Gus here. So Gus has actually seen those play rates go down quite a fair bit, but it's mainly because there's just a lot of broken brawlers in the meta that brawlers like Gus just kind of not get forgotten, but just much lower in the pick list. You just kind of have to go all of these other brawlers before him. So Gus and Mr. P, this definitely springs to mind some way, probably going tanks here. I feel like the bait him to go in tanks. Gus and Mr. P have low DPS, so you think straight away maybe you can go on Ash, maybe you can go something aggressive. What other options you got? You got a Draco, you got a Kenji here. Go with it, Ollie. I forgot about Ollie. Ollie's really good on this map in particular, but they could, I feel like Elevate are baiting them in to go like something aggressive. We've already got 2 aggressive options here, and late pick Elevate could go with a disgusting counter like a Lou. I'm trying to think of anything else at the top of my head that would be good on this map. Who are they going to go? They need like a mid here. We could go with like a Byron. We could go with a, okay, we go with a Brock. That's a very NA pick, and it's a very Tribe NA pick. If you remember, in Worlds last year, on Canal Grande, I think Zeus went Brock, and it actually paid off really well, but I was like, what is he doing? Like, I never see Brock on this map, and it just seemed to work out. So I'm not too sure about the Brock myself. I was a little bit confused with the draft previous. They go with Buster. I was actually literally going to say Buster off the top of my head. Buster's very, very good into Ollie, and they need a tank. I literally had Buster in my mind. I was going to go it. Say it. Yeah, Buster's really good into Ollie because what you can do is you can just pop your super and Ollie can't hypnotize you. So Buster's a fantastic counter into the Ollie. And if you group up as well, which you normally do with Buster, Ollie hates that. Ollie hates it when there's brawlers grouped up together because he's like a 1 versus 1 demon, right? He wants to like super and gadget onto one brawler and take them down. He hasn't got the capabilities to team wipe, or he isn't good at that splash damage. I mean, his main attack does technically deal splash, but you get what I mean. He's not going to be able to get team wipe after team wipe. So here, I'm a little bit scared of Tribe's composition here. I don't think it's the best. I've seen as time has gone on, a lot more people are using the invisibility gadget on Kaze right now. I think it's because the playstyle has definitely changed a bit with her. I think it's because what you want to do with Kaze is build up your super. Oh, Diego Game is actually going to overstep his mark here. Luffy does miss his super as well. That isn't the best for him, and Diego Game is going to stay alive. That is really sloppy gameplay there from Tribe. But as I was saying, you just want to build up that super from your ninja form. You don't really want to go in with your geisha form. It's all about your ninja form. I mean, you can use your geisha super to fan storm to get you some good pressure, but all your damage is going to come from ninja form. It just is, because most 1 versus 1s you are going to lose in geisha form. It's just really hard and inconsistent to deal as much damage as possible. And see here, Luffy's already got his hypercharge, so that's just kind of the main goal here. And then you normally want to use your ninja hypercharge to just delete everyone off the map. He's trying his hardest to get his super here, but not really working out too strong. Really with Kazi, just want to swap forms as much as possible so he can keep abusing the gadgets. And the buffs here, sorry, I keep going to yawn. I don't know why. I need some energy or something. Okay, Tribe does have the lead though. I completely forgot that they have the lead at this point, but I'll get pushed back with 15 seconds left. The hypercharge, Brock super isn't really going to be that scary. And here comes Patchy with his hypercharge. Pops it a little bit too early there, but the Buster gadget is just too strong. Does bait whoever that was just to push forward, and just get taken down pretty easily. And Elevate managed to clutch things up in the end there. I just think Tribe's Comp gets pressure back way too easily. Like a Brock, he can get pressure back just by looking at him. Like, he's such an easy brawler to pressure back in this type of meta. Kazi as well does get pressure back pretty easily. And then who's the third brawler for Tribe? Can't remember off the top of my head, but it's just far too easy for Elevate that. They have the hypercharges ready. They got the turnaround. That's all that you need to do in Brawl Stars at the moment. So RBM's going to get pushed in here. Great gadget though. So Buster gadgets and RBM just Uno reverse cards. Good jump away from Zeus there. That was insane timing. How did he manage to do that? I have no clue. But Luffy goes down there, but I think actually no, they can kill Patchy or Diego Gamer, just not Avex. But it's not looking good for Tribe, is it? Like a Brock, I guess like the Brock's here to kind of clean up when you think about it. You got two aggressive brawlers and then Brock is just kind of chipping away there at range, but the problem is Brock can't deal with like aggression whatsoever. Luffy's going to pop down his fan storm here. It's going to allow him to get even more pressure. I felt like he didn't really need to use it at that moment, just because he was weak. So it kind of, he threw out his super, then he had to heal up. Like, I guess I got control from it, but wasn't completely the best usage of it. And now MX with hypercharge, 1 minute left. It's just nothing really going on here. Like, I get bored of bounty most of the time. That's why I just keep going to yawn. Because what can you even commentate on? Like, all it is both teams just kind of wait for the last 15 seconds of the game here. RBM's going to go in, but like Gus's hypercharge is going to completely delete him. Avex is going to be able to clean it up here. Luffy gets the kill, but I just don't really see. Oh, you know what? That was really close from Zeus there. Nearly perfectly timed super there. Patchy was so close to dying. Okay, that could have been what Tribe needed exactly here. So now the pressure is on. Hypercharge is going to come in pretty early. RBM's going to go for the takedown. Does actually manage to get a double hypnotize here. Nearly gets the kill onto Avex as well. Avex is so weak, 453 health. And I feel like Tribe could have, well, not easily, but just barely making some small mistakes, and it's all that's going to cost them here in the end. Avex is very weak here in the end, and the Elevator just doing such a good job of body blocking. So in the end there, it came down to just those small moments that allowed Elevate to win that game. Such a close game in the end here. Could we be seeing a reverse sweep? Honestly, I wouldn't rule it out. Okay, guys, now jumping into set number 4, we've got Pinball Dreams of Brawl Ball. You see by the bans, quite popular ones with Shade, Ali, Hank, Widow as well. These brawlers are always banned out in Brawl Ball, and Drake. There's like 5 brawlers you have to automatically ban, or else you probably end up losing. Willow's became such a versatile pick in Brawl Ball. I mean, I see Willow's a strong B-tier brawler, but people putting in an A-tier is definitely a stretch, because you don't see Willow elsewhere outside of Brawl Ball. So how can you say that Willow's A-tier if she's only good in one game mode? Same goes with like Chuck, for example. Chuck is like the best brawler in Heist. You don't put him in A-tier. Anyways, I'm just waffling too much. Don't overestimate Willow, but she is a good brawler. High B-tier is a strong brawler. All right, Gus in Pinball Dreams is pretty good. I mean, I like Gus. Again, people just waking up that Gus is a really good brawler. Like, he's always been an S-tier brawler, okay? He's always been good. Lumi first pick as well. I mean, I like Lumi, but I'm still... I don't know how many times. I know the pros have been going her a lot, and I will just keep saying it. She's still good. She is still good, but she's counterable in draft. She definitely is counterable, surely. Surely she's counterable on some maps like this, like, especially if you're picking her. I mean, the problem is with Lumi, like, you can play her as a lane as well, not only as a mid. So you're probably forced here, if you Elevate, to try and go another mid here, perhaps, because Gus is just going to count you too hard. Kaze as well as Kaze. Kaze is just good into everything. So try to have a bit of everything here, and they can go with either like a thrower last pick or a tank last pick. So that's probably what Tribe are going to go. Last pick is definitely the best one to have in this moment. I mean, I just wouldn't know what I would go here. If we go with a Bull, okay, Bull is pretty interesting. It is a decent matchup into the Kaze, and it's good in Brawl Ball. I don't know specifically on this map. Again, I don't know what to go, to be honest. I'm just not completely as clued in the meta as I normally am. So you got a Lumi and a Bull. So you need, you probably need some damage, to be honest, or you need a throw. Like, you just need something to make you not get counted by a last pick. I just don't know what it could be. I mean, low-key could be something like a Stu, but if we go with a Larry and Laurie, okay, if we go with a thrower. Larry and Laurie are good because they're good into tanks. They're a thrower that you kind of need on Pinball Dreams. Surely, Tribe are going to cook something up here. So what I don't know if there's any weaknesses to this composition off the top of my head. Like, what is the pure weakness? Will they just go with a thrower themselves here and just go for the thrower versus thrower 1v1? But go with a Cordelius. Okay, interesting. So Cordelius, for the time I'm watching, has got buffed, which I was unsure about. I think the Cordelius buff was definitely overkill, but I like this. I think we'll go with a Cordelius because it can be good into a thrower because you got a jump gadget, and it's really good into Bull. Like, how is Bull going to compete with a Cordelius in 1 versus 1? He just isn't. It's like Primo, for example. Bull and Primo have no range, so if you take them into the Shadow Realm, they're just going to get killed, plain and simple. And then also Bull, if he charges in on Cordelius, he can jump away. So Cordelius is a great counter in 1 versus 1 against the Bull, and that's what they'll be going for. And again, like, Kaze is also decent against the thrower, just for pressure alone, through dashing in. So I think with Tribe's composition is very, very clever. I wouldn't have thought of the Cordelius myself in this moment, but it's good. Okay, good kill there from Diego Gamer. But I think here, like, it's gonna be hard for Bull to really like confirm as many kills as he probably wants here. Luffy's just gonna dash straight on in here. The mist shield could be pretty annoying. Diego Gamer does mess up his gadget as well here. Tribe are just going to group up because I know that Bull cannot get a single kill, but good shadow realm there from RBM does completely save his teammate. And now Luffy has his hypercharge already here. It looks like they can get some good value. The super's going to come in. A super kick in from RBM. What a goal, by the way. That was some insane precision and also just insane confidence to even try that. I would not even dare try that at that angle. That was an insane shot. Really, really good. RBM has definitely been turning things up, and I can't wait to watch back this semi-final because I heard that he did some disgusting things in the semi-final. So yeah, I'll be watching that after I do this video. So Luffy does have his hypercharge still here, so he's getting some good taps in here. He's going to pop his super onto Luffy, and that's just going to allow him just to deal some insane damage. Diego Gamer is one shot. Patchy gets put into the Shadow Realm, kill from RBM, and that's going to be the goal and potentially the match here coming from Tribe. It looks like a great draft. It looks like an out draft. I mean, Tribe are just playing this perfectly. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is what you want to see, guys. What you want to see. We want the fire back with Tribe. We want it back, okay? Also, fun fact, I've been to the Tribe office and I know where they play now. I felt like I was a big fan. Like, you know what I mean? One of them fanboy moments where, like, oh, this is where the Tribe roster plays after all this year. All these years. I mean, I was a bit like, oh, it's just here? Anyways, I'm waffling at this point. Okay, shield comes in from Luffy. Can Lumi kill him in time? I feel like Luffy did mess up that a little bit here. Might have been able to score. It was a hard play to make happen, but could have definitely done it. I think he messed up that little dash there. So you can see here, the Bull pick's not really doing a whole lot. RBM can actually jump away from that super as well here. Luffy already got his super. It's going to get a little bit of pressure going Tribe's way. Luffy's going to go straight for Patchy here and gets the takedown. And Evek's going to go in here. Does get taken down again. The Cordelius is just proven to be such a great pick. And the Kaze is just so hard to shut down. Patchy just doesn't have enough ammo and still do pass over to Tribe. Is just executed so quickly and perfectly. It's just beautiful to watch. Now we've got the not Lumi, the Kaze hypercharge here. It's going to go in. The Gus hypercharge paired with it. It's just way too much for Elevate to even handle. The Mr. Lumi hypercharge here. There's just nothing that they can do. It just feels like a mismatch in every single situation. Bull is just having no joy whatsoever here. I don't think Tribe are able to score this. Who's going to try it? Yeah, I think the reload stop power there for Patchy is just too much for him to handle. Also, you can just see the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons there. They are doing some good work. I love that skin. I don't know what it is about it. It's such a simple skin, but so cool. Patchy's going to try and get the walk in here. The bot did kind of rage bait him there. Like the bot went to body block and then he just moved away. Like, I think if the bot actually like continued to body block, he might have been able to score there. But with 40 seconds left, that's probably the only opportunity that Elevate are going to have, because RBM does have a super available. Did I miss his hypercharge? The only problem with Cordy is that he just takes forever to get his hyper. But outside of that, it's really good in those 1 versus 1s. So Evex finally has this hypercharge here, but every single time he goes in or wants to go in, Cordelius has a super to shut him down. So he's going to pop his super there, RBM. A good kill from Zeus. He's going to teleport straight into where Diego Gamer is. Luffy's just going to pop hypercharge. He's going to go straight in, and that's going to be the monthly final going Tribe's way. Absolutely love to see it. That was beautiful. And there we go, Luffy shushing the haters. The only underperformed in 1 monthly final. Like, we can't win every single one, guys. That's nearly impossible. And they're right back to where they deserve to be. Brilliant gameplay there from Tribe. The drafts look a lot better. I honestly think just their shortcomings in previous monthly finals were just purely draft. They purely weren't putting in the grind that they used to put in. And now they're back, so absolutely love to see it. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Absolutely banger match right there. Loved that one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section below whether you want me to analyze any other games. I've missed out on South America. I missed out on actually EMEA. So if you want to see any of those, let me know. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.